Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Enlightened Logger, filming currently at Black Diamond Heat in Evans Mills. I just want to touch base on a couple things today. I realize I haven't done much introduction as to who I am and what it is that I do and why we have a YouTube channel. I'm going to have a lot of help going forward because some of the tech side of things is not exactly my forte. So Kevin's going to be helping us film and has been right along. He's going to help us edit the videos, and then he's going to kind of show us the children's version of how to do those things, and hopefully we can ease into that as well. Today I just want to talk a little bit about why it is that we do what we do as far as how we work, our work ethic, and what kind of motivates me and others as I bring them into the fold. One of the things that's really important to me to cover is honesty and integrity, and one of the things that I have dealt with in my life in the past is addiction, and that's going to be our focal point for the day, is alcoholism. And I know it's kind of a strange segue, kind of an odd topic to talk about on a logging channel, but this is a lot more than just a logging channel, and I go by Enlightened Logger because of my perspectives and some eye-opening experiences I've had in the last 6 years since I became sober, and I'm going to share with you some of my journey, and I hope it can help somebody else out there. One of the things that I focus on specifically is healing through hard work, and that can have a lot of different meanings and a lot of different facets. And for me personally, I like to start with the physical side of things. As you can see, I've got a pretty good tan going already. This is the last part of March, it's the 24th, and honestly, in this area, normally we don't get to see this much sun and have days like this, but the last 3 or 4 days have been sunny and mid-60s. It's just been beautiful, so I've been out working in a t-shirt. But the hard work side of things, people ask me when they come up, they say, you got a processor sitting over there, how come you're cutting by hand? And there's a lot of reasons why. For me, I always joke and tell people I don't know how to act without a chainsaw in my hand. But the reality is that it really resonates with me personally to work hard physically, work with your hands, and stress your body. And as somebody that's dealt with addiction in the past, I know that that's how I help heal my soul and my spirit and my body, and they all work together. And one of the things that I try to stress to people as I develop relationships with them and they start to see who it is that I am and how I work, is the reason for the hard work is it keeps me focused, it helps keep my mind clear, it helps prevent me from being too much. I can be really, really intense, and I know that I bring that to the table, so that's part of the reason I left a really good paying job working for a family-run organization. We had a great product that we sold and serviced. They're a great family. I've known them since I was a kid, and I left that business after 10 years with them because I wanted to go out into nature, reconnect with myself, ground, and heal, and that wasn't too long after I quit drinking. And I want to delve into that a little bit. The healing side of it has to do with your spirit, your mind, your body, maybe some emotional healing you have to do. But for men especially, getting out there, sweating, getting in the dirt, grounding with the earth, that's a big deal. And it doesn't matter whether you're gardening or you're shoveling manure, you're working with animals. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. Getting outside, fresh air, sunlight, and sweating, giving your body that resistance. That's a big deal. So back to the addiction. Early on in my 20s, I had a lot of ups and downs, and I was all over the place. I bounced all over, and then finally I met my wife, who helped level me out. She is my queen, and I say that she's my angel. She helped dig me out of this hole. So in this process, I got this job with this family-run organization, and it was a great job and a great organization, but it was very high stress. And you know, in my late 20s, I took to drinking, and I was drinking every day. And I realized when I was about 35 that it was really a problem, and it was every day. You know, I'd get up on a Saturday morning and start doing yard work, let's say in the summer, and by 11 o'clock I was cracking beers because they were in the fridge out in the garage and nobody was paying attention, so it was just me. You know, the kids are inside doing their thing, my wife's zipping around doing her thing, and nobody noticed that I was drinking. But there was a problem. I realized that, you know, when I was looking forward to at 4:30 every day, I couldn't wait to get home and either crack a beer if it was warm out or if it was cold in the winter, because I was depressed from seasonal depression. If I was drinking the hard stuff, you know, it was Jack, Coke, a couple of those, and it was to take the edge off and you know, make life a little bit easier and numb the pain. Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't do any of those things. It much like college for a lot of people, it just prolongs the inevitable. You are going to have to deal with those problems that you're running away from eventually. So January 18th of 2015 was my last drink. I celebrate the 19th as my day of sobriety. I'm now over 6 years, and it took me a couple, 2-3 years to really start to get leveled out and get healed. I had a friend tell me back in 2015 that it takes 3 years for that to clear your aura and help cleanse your spirit and your soul. And she was right. It took a long time. Alcohol is a part of the plan, much like what we're going through right now in this country and really worldwide with the masks and the Kung Flu and all the nonsense. There's an engineered plan being orchestrated right now, and alcohol lowers your frequency, lowers the vibration, and lowers your thought process. And it's easier to keep you a slave and keep you in that mentality and that mindset if you're half in the bag all the time. And you're in this clouded haze. And I say alcohol because that's what I dealt with, but it could be anything. It could be any sort of, you know, alcohol, tobacco, whether you vape. I mean, there's people that use coke, heroin, meth, whatever. I mean, whatever it is that you're using as an escape from reality, and some people even do it with food. It creates endorphins in your mind, and that's their addiction. It could be sex addiction. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities, but whatever it is that you're dealing with needs to get dealt with. And, you know, for me, the hard work helped me deal with all of those problems and become who I am today, so that I can recognize when I'm running into obstacles, whether I need to go through them, over them, or around them, or I need to stop, like today, as a great day, for example, and take a step back and treat it as a rest day. Today I'm going to be inside. I've been out in the sun working really hard the last few days, and I put up a lot of product, and you know, I'm doing it without gloves, so my hands are starting to get pretty tender and pretty raw. I noticed it yesterday afternoon. I was working right up till about 4 o'clock. My hands were starting to hurt bad, because, you know, I've had gloves on for the last 6 months or better, and my hands aren't as tough as they were. So you're grabbing onto the ends of those logs and the sharp bark and all these other pieces, and you're handling a lot of split wood. It's tough on your hands. So I'm taking today as an inside day, a day of rest, and an opportunity to reach out to you. You know, I mentioned in my tagline, we deal with healing through hard work. Well, that's step one. Step one for me is admitting that I had a problem. I had an addiction to alcohol, and how I heal and how I'm helping other men heal if I can. And I speak to men specifically because it's easier for me to relate to them, but women can certainly join on board. But the healing is through hard work. You find something that is a passion of yours, you delve into it, you find projects that are bigger than you are, and you push daily. You set goals, and you stay focused. And, you know, next thing you know, it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years. Then you get to hit that milestone of 5 years of sobriety. And, you know, part of that's because you've been focused, you've been intent, you've been driven, and you don't realize that much time has passed because you've been immersed in something else that's bigger than you are.